you in another video. Today I'm gonna be reacting to kids fighting on YouTube. This is gonna be funny because you know kids don't know how to fight that good, and then they just don't want to talk. And then they just want to talk all that smack, but then they don't want to fight. So it's gonna be funny. J Money's over there playing GTA.
Get up, man! Get up! Why are you on phone?
Stupid. Kids. Fuck. Kids. Kids. Fight time. Fight.
I'm 3 stars and they're losing me, and I'm on feet. Just killed 100 cops.
Oh, that says kids fishing on my bad. I thought that said kids fighting. Fighting. Fight. Fight me, y'all.
I'm on feet and I'm escaping the cops.
Dude, I'm not recording. Nobody cares. Kids fighting. That's weird.
You kidding me? I have to fight those dumb security cops? And I'm still losing.
Kids fighting. Kids fighting. Kids fighting. Kids fighting. Kids fighting. Why is my camera thingy acting like it's not gonna work right? I'm just gonna type this in right quick. Texas real. Kids. There we go. Kids fighting. Alright, basically y'all are gonna be reacting to kids fighting.
I have to seriously play with these security cops. If you tell me by circling the building.
Don't care.
David Briley is really an understated guy. He's one of those quiet heroes. His whole career he's been focused on progressive.
Alright, so
Police say the cell phone video is disturbing. An 11-month-old child pulled in different directions by 3 adults engaging in a physical fight. The child's head just inches away from being punched.
I just wanted to remove the baby from the situation.
You can see Melina Ulinen trying to take the child before police say her nephew's wife, Brittany,
first of all, look at this. That's
take the child before police say her nephew's wife, Brittany Haas, began throwing punches.
I was hit 7 or 8 times, and she tried to get her fingers in my eye sockets, pull my eyes out.
Ulinen says the family fist fight happened after her daughter's 16th birthday party in an Orem hotel parking lot.
You know, it was disturbing in the 2 minutes that it was
her eyeballs out. Who does
Despite
that?
a number of officers responding to the fight, Orem police did not make an arrest until this morning. Lieutenant Craig Martinez says the department consulted with the county attorney to make sure the case was strong enough to arrest the parents. Tonight, the child's mother is charged with misdemeanor domestic violence, child abuse, and assault. The father held on a warrant. And as for the fight caught on camera,
we're going to use the video as, you know, evidence in our case as to
Why would she take the baby anyway? That's what I don't get. God, who does? I don't know. Okay, little girl fights off kidnapper. I already watched that. It's not interesting. Mother fights for...
Tourist, stop being a tool.
What is this?
A 5-year-old girl is recovering from a head injury after being pushed off a school bus last week. And the principal at Maple Leaf Public School is investigating.
my bad,
CTV's
y'all.
Natalie Johnson is at the North York School with more. Natalie.
Well, Ken, it must have been a huge shock for the young girl's family to greet her after school and discover a huge bump on her forehead and a bloody nose. In fact, a family member posted a picture of her injuries on social media, appalled at what had happened on the bus. It was as the little girl was getting off an Atridge school bus at her stop last Thursday afternoon that she sustained these injuries, according to her family, after being pushed down the steps by an older student. An incident that shocked parents at Maple Leaf Public School. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
Well, that's actually really disturbing, that picture. I mean, you got a lot of kids on the bus and everything, I guess, a little horsing around.
The girl's cousin posted...
Look at that, y'all. That look, ugh, that creeped me out. Especially that big knot.
The image on Twitter, writing, "So my 5-year-old cousin who rides the school bus to and from school got bodied off the bus by 5th graders on her way home." The school board said in a statement, this past Thursday, a student was getting off the school bus.
Why would a 5-year-old go to a school with 5th graders anyways?
What?
Even if they did, why would you make 5th graders ride with kindergartners?
You already know the 5th graders gonna be up to kindergarten.
Exactly. I would understand 4th graders riding with 3rd grade and down, but still. Something's wrong with that school, for real.
After school and was pushed by another student. As a result, the student fell to the ground, injuring her head on the pavement below. This is unacceptable behavior, and the principal, who became aware of the incident this morning, is investigating to determine what happened and who was involved. The girl's cousin alleged on Twitter that the vice principal said, "What happens on the bus, happens on the bus." But the TDSB says the VP does not recall saying anything of that nature. School bus driver Peter Kim did not know about this incident, but says he pulls over the bus and reports any violence to the school anytime it happens. How often does that happen, would you say?
Not so often.
Not so often.
Usually, I worked for a school bus company about 3 years. But
Why does
2 times.
The school board says the injured
that
student has returned to
don't have
school.
cameras?
Now, due to privacy issues, the board can't
Why
disclose
don't they
what
have
kind of
cameras on their
discipline
school
the
bus?
student who
That's
pushed the
what-
little girl is facing,
Every
but they
school
say
bus
they are.
has cameras. Except for ours, because we have a Boys and Girls Club bus, not a school bus.
You still go to Boys and Girls Club?
Sometimes.
I thought you said you quit.
I said on gym days I go. Just to play in the gym. Oh my god, kiddo. At a middle school bully.
That shocking video of a student being bullied at an Alabama middle school has resonated with millions of people who have seen it online. This happened at Sims Middle School in Mobile earlier this month. CBS 42 News reporter Jamie Ostroff joins us now in the newsroom. And Jamie, the victim's brother here is the person who posted that video.
Right, Sherry, you saw Drew Breton getting shoved around in that video. Well, he has an older brother who lives in Florida who got his hands on that video and shared it on his Facebook page. And since then, it has gotten over 3 million views. And while what you are about to see might be hard to watch, the family of this kid getting shoved around says it's part of an important message. Drew Breton says this 59-second video is the climax of what started as 2 groups of friends teasing each other just days earlier.
It really hurt his feelings, but that was wrong with me and it was wrong to him too.
But the 7th grader from Mobile is sticking to his story that he never threw a punch despite being shoved and smacked among a growing group of his classmates.
Oh, it broke my heart.
That's Drew's mom, Kimberly. She says that not only does this footage vindicate her son, it speaks to a big problem at his school.
I feel like the environment in the school is inappropriate, and that's what needs to change. And boys will be boys, and they do these kind of things sometimes, and they will if they think they can get away with it. So if the environment was to change, then this thing wouldn't happen.
The Brettons say there need to be more teachers in the hallway after class, and they're hoping the other students involved will be removed from the school. Mobile County Superintendent says the school board is investigating.
There was disciplinary action that was taken because of the legal ramifications. We don't spell out what was done, but that I hope everyone will sense in what I'm saying. It's very, very serious, but we've got to know all of the details.
And here in Birmingham,
it should never happen.
The city's director of youth services says Kimberly is right. The environment does need to change, and this video going viral should be a wake-up call for families everywhere.
It's not just limited to a parent.
I'm so tired because I'm stuck with you. Stuck with you.
Fighting for real. Yeah. It's fake. I want to see some real fighting. What?
It's that Super Bowl. No, she on the floor. Yeah.
It is your boy Salazar. Today we're gonna be doing reaction time, and it's gonna be little kids fighting. This is very popular to watch.
Little kids fighting completions.
I keep one of those under my pillow. You racked up some more ammunition rewards points.
And this has been about 3 years.
A Northwest Indiana high school freshman is in intensive care tonight after he was punched and kicked repeatedly at a football game. It was caught on tape, and as CBS 2's Lauren Victory reports, it wasn't the first fight on school grounds.
Cell phone video captures a vicious fight Friday night that left a Lake Station teen in a medically induced coma. Frankie Coulter was at the Thomas Edison River Forest football game to take pictures for his school newspaper. Fans from Frankie's opposing school say they heard screams and rushed to help.
He was on the ground, he was unconscious, he was bleeding from his mouth and his nose, and clearly, he wasn't moving.
Trisha Nally says she recognized the alleged attackers because she says they've picked fights with her son twice.
None of our kids are safe while these boys are walking these halls. So can somebody call 911 and ask for them to come up here, please? Make sure you take it.
Our interview was interrupted by one of the accused's families.
That is my son! You're not gonna slander my son! You shouldn't!
It's so many lies, and the truth is not coming out, and it's actually stirring up so much commotion. Instead of just
trying to figure out how we can make this boy, figure out what we can do for this boy.
Police say charges will be filed in Friday's incident, but didn't say against who or against how many. Whoever is to blame, Lake Station families are praying and discussing possible fundraisers for the 9th grader. Frankie's family tells me any little bit of money will help because they don't have insurance. He was transferred from an Indiana hospital here to University of Chicago Comer late last night. He has been in tests for hours. Thomas Edison administrators acknowledged the incident in an emailed statement that read in part, "We're disciplining according to our student handbook and school policy." Lauren Victory, CBS 2 News.
The victim is a student at River Forest. Administrators there sent us a statement saying they are cooperating with authorities and praying for Frankie.
So basically, y'all, we just watched
If you want it all, you can get it all. Grubhub. Restaurants you love delivered.
Have you seen Mom? It's urgent.
No. Isn't she at work?
Not anymore.
It was a shocking episode of Teen Mom 2 last night. So Janelle Evans was driving with her 8-year-old son Jace when she got into a road rage situation on the streets of North Carolina and eventually pulled a gun on the man after she followed him to his house. This is nuts.
Are you kidding me, dude? Oh my God. Give me your phone. Nerf gun and whip him. You were tailgating me, dumbass!
Where you at?
Oops! My bad. I didn't mean to do that. Now he's blocking me in. Dude, he just hit my car! Dude! Dude, leave me alone!
Wow. So Janelle was able to pull away, but the guy followed her, leading to a car chase down the highway. The guy eventually gave up, and then a few minutes later, Janelle was pulled over by the cops, and this is what she told them.
Horrifying video shows a pit bull pounce on a 6-year-old boy and knock him to the ground. Little Mason Lindemann was playing in his driveway with friends when the pit bull escaped from a neighbor's home and attacked, clamping his jaw down on the boy's head. The boy's friends run for help as Mason struggles to break free. Suddenly, a hero comes to the rescue. The teen who heard the boy's screams runs right into the path of danger. Watch as he deliberately diverts the pit bull's attention. Now the dog goes after him, giving the 6-year-old kid a chance to run home. The hero neighbor is also attacked when he loses his sneaker and falls to the ground. Here's young Mason today. His mom, Jillian, shows us his injuries.
He's got a bruise under here still, and he's got a small scratch there.
He also has staples in the back of his head.
He was just very scared, really shook up. I could see how terrified he was.
Little Mason shows us where he was attacked.
I was standing about like right here, and the dog came in running.
His mom says she's grateful to her neighbor, who so selflessly sprang into action.
To me, he is a hero.
And here he is, Grant Brown. He's a 19-year-old college student and just enlisted in the Army National Guard.
I'm glad you're okay.
Grant suffered bite injuries to his hand while fighting off the pit bull.
The dog was right on top of me, so I tried to grab his throat, and it bit me. I did manage to get back up.
Thank you.
But he says he would do it all again.
I don't think I'm a hero. I just think that I did the right thing.
And see you again.